mommy, doubly chopping it up again.
A lot of you guys have been asking me, how did I grow almost 40,000 followers in the span of 4 months? First thing I want to say is what might work for me might not work for you, and what might work for you might not work for me. And I also want to say I didn't buy any followers or do any like follow for follow type thing. Really what it came down to is consistency and discipline. I know some of you guys might be mad to hear that. You might have thought there was some special formula to how I got it, but really that's all it came down to. I actually saw this from another creator on my For You page on TikTok, and I was kind of stuck at like 70 to 80,000 followers for a little minute, and I was trying to figure out like, why am I not growing like I was when I first started TikTok? And it just so happened that his video popped up, and basically what he said is he made a goal to do 500 videos just to see where it could get him. And don't really worry about the numbers as you're posting, just keep posting to keep you consistent, you know what I mean? Like try and get to 500 videos. And when I first started this, it was about August 7th of 2022. I made a list, wrote down what my like stats were, you know, how many followers I had through all my social medias. After writing it down, I would just make videos, make content. And every time I would make a video, I would, you know, mark it as one. Let me pull up for you guys how it looks. I could go through my phone. I always make sure I screen record this so you guys can see what I'm seeing right now. So basically, I put it in my notes and I put road to 500 videos, and I put my start date, which was August 7th, 2022. And basically I put one reel / TikTok short only counts as one video, even if it's reposted to each platform, which I did. That's how, you know, I basically just repurposed my videos to other platforms, which is also a good idea if you're trying to grow on other platforms. And you can see I didn't just do this, like apply this to just TikTok. TikTok is just kind of what really, you know, boosted on my followers. The other ones kind of, you know, are slowly starting to come down. But let's just focus on the TikTok part. I started at 87,188 followers, right? I basically wrote that down, and throughout, like I said, I was just marking it, you know, as I kept going. And by the time I realized, no, I didn't get to my 500 goal video mark I wanted to get to, but I put out 76 videos, right? From there to basically until the 31st, until the end of the year. And from there, the growth was crazy. Now I have 126,000 followers. And honestly, that was pretty good for me, because when I look back at it, like when I was complaining, oh, my numbers aren't growing, I was only posting about 1 to maybe 2 times a week. Looking back at it to see I've grown that much by just putting out 76 videos, imagine if I would have started the year off, you know, doing something like that, or just, you know, having that in my mind. To more fall in love with the process instead of worrying about too much about the numbers. Because what I've learned by doing this, I think the biggest thing I've learned is, although I didn't hit the 500 videos, but what I think the biggest thing I got out of this is it might take 500 bad videos to learn how to make one good video. And what I mean by that is, like, I have conversations with my friends and, you know, some other mutuals. You know, I even do it myself, so, you know, I can't exclude myself, but sometimes I feel like we're so focused on trying to, you know, make one video perfect instead of just, you know, falling in love with the process and realizing that sometimes it just doesn't happen overnight. And when you think it happens overnight, it really doesn't. You know, that person's, you know, sometimes, yeah, that might be the case, but most of the time it's not. That person's been putting in the work for a good amount of time. You know, some a year, 2 years, some maybe even 10 or 5. You know, it's all different. I know this might have not been what you wanted to hear. You might have thought there was a special blueprint or some way just to take a shortcut to get to gaining a whole bunch of followers. But I don't think there really is a shortcut to, you know, I mean, yeah, you can buy followers, but that kind of hurts you at the end. But like I said, it's all just about being consistent, sticking to it. Try different editing styles, you know what I mean? See what works for you, see what doesn't work for you, see what you like to do. Just hit the record button, edit, and post. That's, you know, I think it's as simple as that. I think sometimes we kind of overthink the process, you know what I mean? I think it's better just to kind of fall in love with the process and learn as you go. I feel like it takes 200 bad videos to make one good video, at least in my opinion, you know what I mean? So you figure out what works, what viewers like to see, what your supporters like to see. And yeah, that's about it. But if you guys have any more questions below, just leave it down in the comments. I'll answer it. Always, if you're a new subscriber, hit that like and follow button, and I have a lot more coming for you guys this year.